This episode is brought to you by the Public Domain Shop, a clothing brand inspired by classical literature and film. Use the code Wolff to get 10% off your next sweatshirt purchase.
No, it was because the max volume button. What the fuck?
I think we need it really wants to make you yellow.
It really does. Not gonna lie, this is gonna make me look a hell of a lot better than I usually do in my reviews. The aura that I deserve.
We're here with Tyler's with 2F for fucking bright. Look at this. The yellow behind you.
Okay, sorry you had to hear that.
Hey, they didn't hear me sing. We're good.
That is also true.
That's very true.
Yeah.
What did we see, Tyler?
Well, something I wasn't planning on watching by myself because I thought the trailers looked like crap. Not Freeberg and Seltzer, which, regardless of what you think of this movie, this is not a Freeberg and Seltzer movie at all.
Now, I liked the trailer. I thought the trailer was fantastic. Like, the first trailer I saw with the bank robbery, I'm like, I'm in. Let's go.
See, I mean, there were one or two gags that I liked, and when I heard Liam Neeson as Leslie Nielsen's son, I just sat there and went, that's actually as good a casting as you could possibly get for something
Directed
like
by
this.
Akiva Schaffer of The Lonely Island, produced by Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy, and we've already got Liam Neeson proven to be comedy because he's the best part of A Million Ways to Die in the West, The Naked Gun.
Yeah, see, I saw Akiva Schaffer's name as director and just went, well, I wonder who wants to see this movie. And sure enough,
Lonely Island fan here.
You messaged me. And not going to lie, when I heard Seth MacFarlane produced it, I had a tiny bit more hope just because when Liam Neeson and Seth MacFarlane are together, Neeson's at least funny. MacFarlane hit and miss with his own material.
You could see where Seth MacFarlane had his fingerprints on this movie.
There were definitely moments where you saw the rewrite in him, but I'm not going to lie, the opening bank robbery, from the moment the guy blew up the safe deposit box and picked up a device that literally says plot device, that's when I knew we were in good hands.
Oh, that broke me. It was so serious. And if you notice, they emulated the exact cinematography of The Dark Knight, the way they can't pan the camera up and he kicked the bag behind the desk.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
And then they're like, boom, it's Naked Gun. We don't got no Heath Ledger.
See, that's the thing. I just saw Brad Jones and Doug Walker's review of Naked Gun. That kind of talked me into wanting to check this out, where Doug especially pointed out the success of the Nielsen Naked Guns. And the reason this one works is because even though you're not supposed to take it seriously, the cast and crew definitely do. It's shot, it's acted, it's presented like an actual cop thriller, which is what makes the random bullshit in this, from Pam Anderson having to distract Danny Huston while Neeson basically murders a guy with a flower pot.
The background gags particularly are great.
For the first half hour, this might as well have been a Zucker Brothers and Abrams movie because they are throwing every fucking visual joke they can at you. I mean, in the freaking police station, there were two kids arrested for a lemonade stand.
And there was the cold cases. It was a freezer. Yeah.
And when he does his film noir monologuing about just how hot Pam Anderson is, fucking everybody else joins in symbiotically, and Neeson just goes, hey, you guys mind?
But it was the rule of thirds. It was the third monologue that they broke the joke on, setting up for the normality, making it funnier.
And you can totally tell that Schaffer, as a filmmaker, MacFarlane as a producer, they have genuine respect for Zuckers and Abrams. And Liam Neeson, I think, is the only actor who could have played this part.
There's probably someone else, but we have no clue. Like, I know if we're talking about comedy reboots, they are talking about, who was supposed to be Clouseau.
Who is or who is supposed to?
They're casting the one actor.
It's Eddie Murphy.
And I don't know what to do with that, because Eddie Murphy killed Dr. Dolittle, and I will always stand by the 1959 classic. But,
that's the remake you're going off of?
No. Dolittle's amazing when it's 1959 or 2020, but we're not going anywhere.
No!
I love that movie, and you're not going to change my mind. But they're going in that direction. Like, what is Eddie Murphy going to do with the character for the comedy? Like, does he work? I don't know. But, like, when I heard Liam Neeson was, like, Leslie Nielsen, I was like, yeah, that works.
Well, because they have the exact same strengths. They can take any role 100% seriously. And honestly, like I said before, without Seth MacFarlane, none of us would know that he would have a sense of humor about himself. Because, I mean, half the shit he does with the guy is just to make fun of his taken
Have you
image.
seen Darkman?
I have not actually. That's one of the few Raimi movies.
It's almost a comedy, truly bizarre and quietly delightful.
Oh, so Sam Raimi.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah,
with Neeson, I can totally buy into that.
Now the rest of the cast, Walter Hauser had awesome. He had some of the funniest bits in the whole movie with the children, and then
Which
he had
makes
this
me
and
wish.
that. We need more of him. More Walter Hauser, please.
See, if there's one problem with this movie is that they give way too much of the material to Neeson and Pam Anderson. And I mean, before we forget, like, Pamela Anderson, whatever you think of her in the past,
Very good
like
in this
Neeson,
movie.
she knows how people perceive her, and she just sinks her teeth into this, playing it 100% serious as this femme fatale who, say, offer her a chair and she'll literally drag it out in the office with her.
And the turkey seduction particularly was a highlight.
Okay, for most of the crowd, for full context, there's a moment where Neeson and Pam Anderson are doing these tasks. That's all I'm gonna say. And Kevin Durand is spying on them.
It's pretty much an Austin Powers shadow.
They literally
rip,
literally rip off Spy Who Shagged Me and Gold.
But that was done previously in other movies prior to that, so it's pretty much that sort of homage.
And to be honest, because of how random and out of control this review is going to be, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Probably the reason I didn't laugh out loud with this movie is because there were so many jokes in this where I've seen it done the exact same way in other better parody movies, and you can make the argument that this is an homage, that it's the timing and delivery that still makes it good. And I mean, you laughed at this stuff, people like halfway down the theater just ate the shit up, especially
the seniors were like, this is my jam.
I am surprised at how many seniors were in this.
Well, I mean, you got to think, what's your audience for The Naked Gun? People who saw it in the 80s, right?
I guess, but I mean,
Like,
wouldn't you expect more like 50-somethings as opposed to, there were some 60s, 70s-somethings.
Yeah, with gray hair, you never can tell. But like, what 20-year-old is like, man, I can't wait to see The Naked Gun.
People who mistake this for epic movie or disaster movie. People who
those are
expect this
bad movies.
They're bottom of the barrel.
So
Shit.
this is like going back to like your Top Secret, your Airplane, your Naked Gun, your quality spoof movies. This I would say this is like, if I'm ranking this and I'm putting there, like, I'm putting this after Naked Gun 2, but before, like, because 33 to third is really mediocre. But like, because Naked Gun 1 and 2 sharp.
I can go as far as
we needed some more one-liners in this. I wanted some more one-liners.
I didn't get that vibe. Like, for me, there was way too many times where Nielsen did this all the time, and this one does it too, where someone says a very cryptic conversation, and for comedic effect, he takes the scenario literally and just says something complete and utter bullshit, and it just goes, "May I ask you how I feel about this? By all means."
But they're pausing. Their extra long pauses made it perfect.
Sometimes they paused for too long. Sometimes it was at just the right moment.
But it was like but like the audience didn't laugh right away. They took a minute. Like they heard it, they processed it. There's that awkward silence, and that silence, then they laughed. And it was like they had initial laughter, delayed laughter. They really, really knew what they were doing with this project.
And Neeson's not just the only straight man in this. One of my favorite performances in this was actually Danny Huston as the villain, because he's basically doing a parody of what he usually does in half the shit that he's in. But he plays it so straight. He gives like just the simplest wink to the camera, is just like, I know how cartoonish this is, but fuck it. Like when he's literally adjusting the scar on his face. Which I wasn't even sure was a real scar until like halfway through the film or something.
But also, now, do you think it was intentional to have the plot of Kingsman, or do you think it was a parody to have the plots of Kingsman?
That's a really good question, because the evil plan in this, they don't really dwell on it that much.
Because it is Kingsman, but...
And to be honest, Kingsman did a better parody of that, because like...
But Kingsman was a straight-up action.
Not to mention, it was an R, which this is PG.
But if you look at it, it parodies The Dark Knight in the opening sequence. It parodies a Kodak commercial for the Snowman, and it parodies just a little bit of everything along the way, like really deep cut stuff that I probably missed.
Yeah, and I do respect the fact that, unlike Freeberg and Seltzer, they don't spell out what the reference is. They write it in a way where you don't have to understand the reference. Like the Kodak commercial is so oversaturated.
It's like a 1970s
and
Paul Anka Kodak commercial, sitting around playing a piano and building a snowman. But then they took it to a whole nother level, and I was like, is that a commercial I saw on a VHS once? Like, that's how deep cut that joke is.
Absolutely.
Like, no one, like, and it's the color grading of the commercial. It's like, what is...
You can tell why he's in the review.
Yeah, and the bicycle he kept hitting every time. And the coffee, my goodness.
My favorite bit in this entire thing is at a car crash, they seriously do the freaking claw game at the grocery store.
They drop it, they're like, oh.
And that's the thing. For the first 20 minutes, there were just as many one-liners as there were visual sight gags. And they're the kind of sight gags you would see in a Zaz movie. And I was laughing so hard, I just sat there. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I was wrong about this. But the more they go into the plot and the more the characters start to take themselves seriously, not the movie itself, because we were talking with our one friend, Savon, like, it doesn't take itself seriously, but you could easily read into that way. But there are a hell of a lot more one-liners. There are way more dramatic pauses. And for me, what makes Airplane and Top Secret more rewatchable is that they had the right balance of visual and verbal. And I mean, I'm kind of biased. I prefer the visual jokes half the time.
Well, I mean, Top Secret runs into the same problem as this movie. In the third act, it takes itself too seriously and throws away the jokes. It does that.
I don't really remember the third act of Top Secret.
Well, the first act is they've got this, and then they have the big old fight with the X's and O's in the windows, and then they do the cow, and
I thought the X's and O's was towards the climax.
Yes, but then the climax is like a very serious fight sequence, so yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like
But like Top Secret has me the best. Is it Top Secret, or is it which one of the film with the floating fireplace every time they kiss? I think that's.
I don't actually remember that.
So they like lay down by the fire. I believe it's Val Kilmer in Top Secret, and there's the fireplace, and then when they're falling from the sky at the end of the fireplace.
It's hard to say. Like the last time I saw it was literally when you put it on.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Oh, it was funny. Like I'd still take Airplane over this, but
this is. I'm just really glad we got a really decent comedy, because we don't get those very often.
One thing that I can safely say was funnier than the jokes that missed in this was the advertising, because like the stop, do you know how fast you were scrolling was kind of stupid. But if you go to the theater to see this, you've probably seen a PSA to save comedies, where you get montages of comedy classics, comedy duds that they were probably paid to throw in there because
paid for the movie, so
exactly. And the constant fade-ins of Liam Neeson as he is just begging, with just one movie ticket, you could save one comedy from destruction.
Yep.
And I actually typed in the www.savecomedy.org, and like the URL changed to just nakedgun.com, but like it was still funny.
If you do see this, watch the credits. Read the credits.
Yes.
It's a good old time.
There's not a joke every 5 minutes, but that's what makes it good. Whenever you can tell a fake credit pops up, it just makes it even funnier.
Netflix password.
And I mean,
I like this movie.
Yeah,
very
honestly,
much. I'm gonna go see it again.
Oh, I know you are.
I'm the audience.
Like the first 20 minutes, I was constantly laughing, but then from the rest, up until the climax, I was kind of just chuckling, because when a joke hit, it was good. When a joke missed, or I had seen it in a million other parody movies, it wasn't annoying. It was just there. Like, even if you don't like this film, that's not my drink.
Handing you coffee.
Right. Yeah, they do the Beetlejuice running gag of getting a coffee cup every time the cop keeps it real.
The cup gets bigger.
There were a couple times where the cup got bigger. There were different brands. They threw one out and like grabbed another. While he's driving, a hand, I guess, magically just flies out of nowhere like it's it. Wait, is it or Fing? I think it's Fing, right?
I forget.
Let us know in the comments why we're wrong. We know you all.
I really like this movie. I really dig it a lot. I don't think it's perfect, honest, but it's pretty darn good.
I was pleasantly surprised at just how many jokes worked in this, and just how consistent it was to replicating what Zuckers and Abrams brought to comedy, because God, we really need more comedies these days. I mean,
Yep.
we went to Jackass Forever just to laugh at the
That was
dumbest
the last
of shit.
comedy I think I saw.
It
Or
has-
this in theaters.
Well,
like there were rom-coms, but that's not quite the same. And
I mean-
rom-coms is a dying art too, but it's nice to see those.
well, I mean, Beau Was Afraid was technically a comedy, and as much as you and
Comedy, dramedy, I would say. There's
But-
comedy
but-
elements for sure.
but I mean, as much as you and I disagree on it, there were parts we found really funny.
Yeah, there were some amusing parts.
And Eddington wasn't a
Oh, I
consistent.
didn't see that.
You'd like it more than Beau. It's
Really? I didn't think I'd like it at all.
Well,
it just doesn't seem for me. I
for
just
one-
don't care about the director.
For one, it's shorter. For two,
Oh, I like
like
that.
I said in my review, it doesn't go after the right wing. It makes fun of the right and the left.
Oh,
Like it's an actual.
So it's like a live action episode of South Park.
A lot of people have compared it to South Park, and it
Okay.
kind of is. Like it exists in reality,
Now,
but
if we do a South Park review, I have been enjoying the new season immensely. But
I'll just have to trust you on that one.
oh, it's fantastic. You gotta watch it. Great movie.
It was fun.
Good stuff.
I do wish that there were more. I do wish there were more sight gags than there are zingers, because the zingers were easily the jokes where I just sat there and went, okay, this isn't annoying, but like, can we just move on to the next bit? And not gonna lie, I rolled my eyes at the Austin Powers reference just because it was that on the nose. Although Kevin Durand's faces that he makes at the confusion was definitely interesting to
The
say
guy,
least.
Little John from Robin Hood. That's how I know him.
Is that where he's from?
That's how I know the bad guy, Henry.
Is it the Russell Crowe one?
It is. I love that movie.
course it is.
I love that movie. It's great.
You know, assuming you guys are still here after listening to him say that Doolittle was a good
Hey,
movie,
I will defend that movie to my honor.
you're the only one who will.
And yes, and I love it. I watched it the other day. It's phenomenal. Because I'd rather be original.
Okay,
That's
now
the
that
song
everyone's
is.
leaving because of that.
Hey, we should do a review of War of the Worlds while we're here. Or that's where you cut the
My mom has like the polar opposite taste in cinema as I do, and even she couldn't finish it. That's how fucking awful War of the Worlds
Is it your channel was
And I haven't even
completely
seen
normal
it.
till I came on it.
Yeah, but that's why I bring you on. But yes, I know towards the end of the year when I have to like review the stuff that I haven't reviewed yet, like Sinners and shit, I will also go over.
Have you ever reviewed Sinners yet? Phenomenal movie.
Hey, it was good. I was just busy at the time. That was like the couple months that I didn't make any videos. I
Best
only had
sequence
to
in
make-
cinema all year long.
If you're talking about Rocky Road to Dublin, I totally agree. If
No,
it's,
Sinners. Has the
Yeah,
most-
the Rocky Road to Dublin song in Sinners.
Oh, I don't know what the song's called, but it's a great sequence.
Okay, we definitely do need to see it again.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I shed a tear in the theater. It was beautiful. It was like the most beautiful cinematic thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was good.
It's like the opening of GoldenEye beautiful.
Maybe we should just end it here.
That's a good call.
Once in a while, every few weeks, month, whenever the fuck he's free, I will definitely bring him on for more random, completely out of focus reviews. such as this.
conversations with joy.
And in the meantime, I will have a review up for weapons in the coming days, so look forward to that. Let us know down below what you thought of The Naked Gun, or really just any Zuckers and Abrams comedy, please. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on Patreon and buy me a coffee. Hope to God I bring you in more of these, because...
Let's do it. Let's do it. You
Even-
love Doolittle. We know it.
Bye. Just bye. Fuck off. Go.
I drive you home now for the
Yeah,
end
sure.
of this intro.
By all means.
It's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, let's just get the fuck out of here.